皆さんこんにちは。ストレイゴッズ続きをプレイしていきたいと思います。あ、日か。日は読んだんやな。アンダーワールド。
Welcome to the underworld.
Wow. How have I never heard of this place?
Persephone keeps it a secret, while still managing to draw a crowd every night. Don't ask me how. Here in the underworld, idols can be themselves, even if they don't look human.
ペルセポネがここにいるってのは意外だね。
Persephone runs a nightclub called the Underworld. It's a little on the nose, isn't it?
Maybe, but I wouldn't say that to her.
Still, it seems like a weird thing for a god to do.
We all get through the years somehow, Grace. If we're to find Persephone in all this, we'll need to split up. Have you considered what you'll say to her?
彼女を説
I'll
得する。
figure something out. I can be persuasive when I want to be.
I'm aware. I'm just not sure even you could sweet talk Persephone.
Is that a challenge?
It's the truth. If Persephone really was friends with Calliope, talking to you might be the last thing she wants. You need to be prepared to use your powers, as you did with me. Come find me in the crown if you need anything. Otherwise, be careful, Grace.
アポロとの会話。
I thought this would be easier, but it's as if Persephone left instructions to thwart me. Every staff member I approach screams and runs off. I hope your search has been more successful.
ペルセポネについて教えてくれない？
It might help if I knew more about Persephone.
It couldn't hurt. What would you like to know, exactly?
ペルセポネには何があったん？
What's Persephone's story? Her name rings a bell, but I don't...
No doubt you've heard the tale of how Hades, lord of the underworld, kidnapped a young sweet goddess and made her his wife.
That sweet young goddess was... Persephone.
Her mother, Demeter, was so enraged she blanketed the world in ice, rendering it barren and infertile. Zeus was forced to act. He decreed that Persephone would be shared between Demeter and Hades, and thus the matter was resolved. Well, you asked. That's her story, as the mortals tell it.
その話のどれくらいが真実なの？
So tell me, how much of Persephone's legend is true?
Well, let's see. Hades did kidnap Persephone. That certainly did happen. The idols almost went to war over it until Zeus intervened and ordered Hades and Persephone to wed. That quieted things. At least until Persephone killed Hades.
殺したの？
Whoa.
As I understand it, Hades was not kind to her. I'd like to say we handled it well. Zeus and the idols were mindful of what Persephone had been through, but that would be a lie. Persephone was punished for the murder, the underworld taken from her. And we all stood by and let it happen. She has never forgiven us. And honestly, I can't blame her.
私も責めない。
If I were her, I'd be mad at you all too.
Then you understand why things are difficult between us.
ペルセポネがアイドルを殺したの？
Wait, Persephone killed another idol.
Oh, long time ago, yeah.
What about all of Athena's rules? Wouldn't Persephone have been... I don't know.
Executed? The murder of Hades is probably why we now have that rule. Back then, We heard Persephone had usurped Hades' throne, but we couldn't believe it. It just wasn't done. Now, of course, I look back and think we should have seen it coming. Oh, the benefit of hindsight.
Why didn't you see it coming? You're the god of prophecy.
When I look, I learned long ago not to.
その後ペルセポネは何をしたの？
So what happened to Persephone after...
The murder? She survived, like the rest of us. She got older, and when we came to the new world, I think she would have left us if it was allowed. It isn't, so instead she did as she pleased. She started a cult, became a crime boss.
Oh, what?
It was after her last transition, but honestly, I have no insight into anything Persephone does these days.
こういうところは苦手なんでしょ？
You don't come here often, I'm guessing?
Never. I'm sure Persephone only sent the membership as a formality. I doubt she thought I'd ever use it.
Don't you ever have fun? No drinking or dancing in Apollo land?
Once. When I had the muses to keep me company.
ちょっとハメを外してみてもいいじゃん。
You know, fun doesn't just happen, Apollo. It's okay to not beat yourself up 100% of the time.
I know.
I know you know, but you're in a club. Live a little.
This style of music is unfamiliar to me, but thank you, Grace. I'll try my best.
探し続けない
I'll get going. I still need to find Persephone.
I'll keep trying as well.
エロスと話す。これいちいち決定ボタンを押さなあかんのはちょっと面倒ですね。
Oh, hey. You're the new muse, aren't you?
I guess I am, yeah.
Aphrodite mentioned it. Didn't figure I'd see you here, though. Oh, excuse the manners. Name's Eros, god of sex.
アフロディーテとはどういう
You
関係？
know Aphrodite, right? I only met her the once.
Sure, she's my mother. You know how it is.
How would I know? New here, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't thinking. But you hear a lot of idols talk about each other like that. You know, mother, brother, sister, grandfather. None of us are actually related. I just played a family for so many centuries. It may as well be true.
アフロディーテってあんたの母親なの？
So Aphrodite is your mother, but not really.
That's right. A long time ago, she took care of me when I needed taking care of. The mortals, they just assumed. These days, well, it's not like that anymore. We're not as invulnerable as we used to be. Least of all, Aphrodite.
性愛の神がいる
Wait,
の？
did you say that you're the god of sex?
Desire, really. Sensuality. Attraction. Why? We're expecting a chubby little flying baby with a bow and arrow.
I wasn't...
I actually preferred Cupid, but Pan had to be the trickster. Spread all those stupid stories.
I'm sorry?
Why? It's not your fault. Just another grudge I get to carry around forever.
こんなところで何を？
The god of sex at a club. Looking for someone?
Once I might have, sure. Now I'm just here to see it happen.
See what happened?
Look out there.
この衣
See
装
all
は
these people. The hope, the anticipation, the connections, they bounce off each other. To me, it's like lightning.
衣装がすごいよな。楽しそう。
There are worse ways to spend a night out.
I used to make it happen, you know. Mortals once begged me to make it happen, to inspire true love. But now I only inspire sex. Not the same thing. It's just as well. People should find true love the hard way. They'll value it more.
大丈夫
You seem a little distracted. Is everything okay?
Of course it is. Sure. That obvious, huh? Truth is, I don't come here that often. It was hard to get away. I just... Nope. Never mind.
I'm willing to listen if you need to talk.
I appreciate that. Maybe some other time.
Here's the thing. I'm looking for Persephone, but I can't find her anywhere.
Well, I know where she is, but I question whether she'd be happy to see you. I like you, but Mother told me what happened at the chorus. I don't want to cause trouble with Persephone.
なんか暗い神様多いな。面倒ごとになりそう。
She's that scary, huh?
It's not that I'm scared of her. Well, maybe a little. You haven't been around long, but once you have, you'll learn that idle grudges are forever.
I don't know Persephone well, but considering what I do know, I don't blame you.
I know it's lousy, and I'm sorry. I hope I can make it up to you someday.
行かな
I'll
い
see
と。
you around.
Count on it.
ヘルメスと話す。
Whoa, you're here. I mean, you gotta be somewhere, but you're here.
Hello, Hermes.
Sorry about running off on you back at the thing. Didn't really have a choice, but sorry anyway.
あなたが今ここにいるいきさつは
You're not much like the other idols, are you?
No? I haven't been an idol very long. Maybe like a year? I've lost track. So, I'm not the one to ask about the idol stuff. It's all cool, but mostly I do whatever Athena asks. Athena says one day I'll sit on the chorus. That'll be sick. Can you imagine me in charge?
アテナが責任者なんじゃないの
Wouldn't Athena still be in charge?
Yeah, you're probably right.
That doesn't bother you?
Why would it? Athena's the nicest of the bunch. She makes the best cookies.
どうやってアイドルになったの
You've only been an idol for a year? How did that happen?
Probably same way it did with you.
Oh, the old Hermes died in your arms and then they accused you of his murder?
No. Well, yes. I mean, no, not like that. But yeah. I was there when he died. We were friends, and I was having trouble at home, and he helped me out. I miss him.
なんでヘルメスと名乗るの
Why do you call yourself Hermes? I mean, I don't call myself Calliope.
You might eventually.
I doubt it.
Most idols do. Not everyone, though, so I don't know, maybe not you.
どうやってカリオペが死んだことを知ったの
When Calliope died, you were right there, within moments. How did you know?
I told you. I got word, so I came.
But how did you get word?
Look, when an idol dies, I have to be there, so I just know. It's a Hermes thing.
死体を持って行ったの
To take the body, clean up the blood, that sort of thing?
Oh, that too, yeah. But that's on Athena's orders.
To keep the idol's secret?
Sure. Can you imagine the questions? I don't know how we hide so well as it is.
殺人に関して何か知ってる
This is probably a stupid question, but do you know who might have killed Calliope?
Ugh, why would I know anything about that?
When you came to the apartment, it seemed like you knew her.
Oh no, I only met her once. She didn't live with the rest of the idols or hang out with us very much. She seemed nice though. Angry, maybe. But I don't know who'd want to hurt her.
彼女はアイドルが嫌いだったの？
It sounds as if she didn't much like the idols.
It was more like how you can't stand your family sometimes, even if you still love them.
ペルセポネを探している。
Do you know if Persephone is here? I need to talk to her.
Oh, you're serious. Why would you want to talk to Persephone? Nobody ever wants that. One time, I laughed too loud near her, and she threatened to ban me from the club. I don't want to be banned. I like it here.
やっぱり嫌。
Okay, okay, forgot I asked.
Whew! Man, just the thought of talking to Persephone gives me goosebumps. Blech.
またね。
We'll see you around.
If you die, then for sure. But, don't die.
バーンとの会話。
As I live and breathe, if it isn't our dear muse.
Hi, Pam.
Tell me, have you decided to leave your troubles behind and join us in the land of shadows and revelry?
こんなところで
I'm
何を？
guessing it's a total coincidence that I'm running into you here.
It must be. The alternative would be that I knew a great many things ahead of time.
Well, did you?
Do I look like an oracle? I am here to listen to thrilling music and meet delicious people. My tastes are simple.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of simple tastes, my glass is empty again. The service here is appalling.
場所を教えてくれてありがと
I should thank you for the address. It's what led me here.
No need to thank me. You'll owe me. Remember, how you managed to stir the sun god from his oh so tiresome gloom, I cannot imagine. Nicely done.
う。彼には助かってる。
Apollo keeps saying he'll make everything worse, but he's been helpful.
That is his way, to be helpful. Until you turn into a tree.
I don't know what that means.
Let us hope you never do.
あなたを信用してい
The
るの？
things you say, the things you don't say. You don't make yourself seem trustworthy. You know that?
Trust is for the weak and the penniless.
Still not helping.
Why, Grace, are you assuming that I, Pan, am some sort of scoundrel?
人殺しかも。
Either that or a murderer. One of the two.
Well, I didn't realize you saw me as dangerous.
You think it's funny?
I think everything's funny, Grace. It's part of my charm.
クラブにはよく来るの？
I assume you're a regular at this club?
And why would you assume that, dear Grace?
The horns, you. Do you know Persephone well?
There is no knowing Persephone well. She won't have it. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Long ago, we were all very different. Over the span of ages, however, even mountains erode.
ペルセポネを探してる。
You must know why I'm here, right?
Let me guess. You seek our sweet-natured proprietress.
Can you help me find her?
Earlier, I wasn't good enough, but now, I see how it is. By all means, I'd love to tell Persephone that the source of her rage has intruded on her domain.
私が丁寧にお願いした
What
ら
if I asked you really nicely and batted my eyelashes, like so?
Oh, no. Not my one true weakness.
I could also flatter you, tell you how shiny your horns are.
All right, all right. Never let it be said that flattery gets one nowhere. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll take you to Persephone.
I really appreciate it.
Do keep that in mind after you've spoken to her.
アポロとの会話にしたらいいんかな。
No luck yet, I'm afraid. And why is the music here so loud?
みんなどうしてペルセポネを恐れているの？
I thought she was just mad at me, but everyone seems afraid of Persephone.
Noticed that, did you? Persephone's angry with everyone, and has been for a very long time. I've told you why. But it's more than that. She does not let go of a grudge. 1,000 years could pass, and Persephone will remember what you did like it was yesterday.
夏希が見つかった。
I found someone who will bring me to Persephone.
Finally! I'll be right behind you.
You're coming with me? But I thought...
She seems even angrier with you than she is with me. I might be able to mediate.
We'll see, I guess.
ペルセポネ行ったらいいんかな。
If you're angry with anyone, Persephone, be angry with me. It was I who...
I will deal with you later. I was willing to leave you be, Grace, to wait until your guilt was certain. And yet here you are, in my domain, uninvited. Why? Are you here to beg for mercy? Are you here to challenge me? Should I be afraid?
What is your problem with me exactly? You've had it in for me the moment you saw me.
My problem? My problem is that I'm filled with questions, Grace. Filled to the brim. Do you really expect us to believe that Calliope chose you? What's the real story? Did you stumble across her as she lay dying and desperate? Are you an accident? Did you learn what she was? Did you torture her, hold her at the point of death until she agreed to hand over her eidolon?
Persephone, this isn't...
That's my problem, Grace. With you. And you can't make it go away.
You knew Calliope.
We all knew Calliope.
She was staying at your apartment.
You knew her. Better than I or anyone else suspected.
Are you implying that I had something to do with her death?
Prove you didn't. That's how idols work, isn't it?
You hear that? You're in my house, little muse. You want answers? Fight for them.
始まった。
A lost little girl. You shouldn't have come here. And I sure ain't in the mood to make new friends. Go home, little girl. The shadows drawing near. And you all alone, we both know how this ends. Let's see how far she bends. We all know how this ends.
Thanks for the welcome, it's my first time here. You've made your feelings for me crystal clear. You play your show, I'll just go grab a beer. Didn't come here to quarrel with you. Love what you've done here, this place comes up well. You've nailed the theme, it really feels like hell. Guess you're not looking for new clientele. Just as well, that's a 5-star review. Let's try the easy way. Hear what I have to say.
They get younger every year. Little big shots that drift through here think they're bringing something new through the door. And you've heard it 1,000 times before. Honey, I've heard it 1,000 times before. Honey, I've heard it 1,000 times.
Your hosting skills could use a bit more pluck. About as subtle as a garbage truck. Thanks all for coming, but your next guest sucks. Lacks something, don't you think?
Is there nothing she can't do? She's a half-assed stand-up comic too. On the lookout for some cheap points to score. Oh, honey, we've heard it 1,000 times before. Oh, honey, we've heard it 1,000
Okay,
times.
she's seen it all and she's not sold. But there's, what, 100 people here all told. Anybody else here who's a billion years old? Does she speak for you?
Don't you have any idea what you're dealing with, child? Surprise, surprise, coins on your eyes. Give them to the ferryman. Get it in your little head. You're spitting at the queen of the dead.
Then I guess you've heard it all before. Gave it my best and then you slammed the door. Raises the question, who else you'd ignore?
They get younger
Stay in the dark
every
and fight
year.
your endless war.
The little big
Certain
shots
you can't be surprised anymore.
think they're
You know,
bringing
there's someone
something
else that I speak
new,
for.
but you've heard it.
Do you hear that?
Calliope.
If she had something to say, would you turn her away?
Please don't do this.
What has that music woken up in you? Remember the other thing that she could do? Here we go. On the left now. Had you forgotten how to listen to all of the songs out there you never knew? Every night they come in here.
Dance and stamp your
Spend
feet
their money on your beer.
as your skin rots off in sheets. You'll be back at my door, deep below the floor.
They just come here to forget how it ends. Your Majesty, do you understand who I am? Who I
No. No, you've earned your answers. Calliope came to me years ago. She'd grown tired of arguing with the idols, tired of being branded a troublemaker. She couldn't watch the idols wither away without a fight. I knew how she felt. So I gave her the apartment.
どのくらい彼女と
So
親し
you
かっ
must
た
know better than anyone what she's been up to.
Not exactly. Calliope and I haven't spoken for at least 2 years. After I heard the news, I went to the apartment and turned it upside down. I had to know the truth.
That was you?
I didn't find anything. Nothing to say what she had been involved with, or gotten into, or who she might have been fighting with.
まだ私が殺したと思ってる
So what now? Do you still think I'm guilty?
The jury's still out on whether Calliope chose you, but do I think you killed her? No.
If it wasn't Grace, that means someone else was behind Calliope's death. Someone who could keep their involvement hidden.
One of us.
犯人はアイドルってこと
Does it have to be an idol? You thought I killed Calliope. Couldn't it have been some other mortal?
Despite how we might look, it's not a simple matter to kill an idol.
It was difficult enough to believe you had done it. If another mortal killed her, they somehow escaped detection. We found nothing, no evidence of a battle.
You looked?
Of course we looked. What do you think was happening while you waited? If Calliope was attacked elsewhere, even magic revealed no trace of it.
今魔法って言った
Wait. Did you say magic?
You can battle me through a song in a world of your own creation, and yet magic is beyond belief?
Well, sure. I just thought...
We have our powers just as you have yours.
I can grow a field of corn like nobody's business.
Some would say our powers are also magic, but true magic is a different and older power. Hecate's domain.
And it was of no use here.
We shouldn't rule it out. We haven't tried everything yet.
トウモロコシの神様なんかカリオペに敵はいたの
Did Calliope have any enemies? The way you talk about her, she must have. What? What am I missing?
Calliope had a way of making people angry. She could be argumentative.
Yes, but enough to make enemies who wanted her dead?
Not that you or I know of, apparently, but that doesn't mean they didn't exist.
What about Pan? He showed up at my place out of nowhere, right after I left the chorus.
He did what?
I have to wonder what his angle is.
He has one, that's for certain. Though I've never thought of him as a killer. It would be too... messy.
Still, we should consider the idea. For him to show up so quickly is... odd.
Athena が殺人犯なのかな
What about Athena? She seemed awfully insistent on declaring me guilty, don't you think?
Athena? No, Athena follows the rules.
Well...
Athena has one goal, and one goal only. To protect the idols. And that included Calliope. She'll eventually drive us all mad with her vigilance, but break her own rules? I don't see it.
アテナに行った方がいいんじゃない
Couldn't we go to Athena with this? If you've changed your minds and you're both part of the chorus.
Athena would be sympathetic, but... the die has been cast.
She won't go back on the edict, not without clear evidence.
Oh, now you want evidence.
She acted on the information she had. If we want to sway her, we need something better.
なんか無意味に思えて
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You know the idols. Don't you have any ideas?
I told you I wouldn't be of much help, Grace.
Did you now? That's unsurprising. When are you ever of help to anyone but yourself?
Says the woman who forced Grace to challenge her rather than answer a simple question.
Calliope died, Apollo. Calliope, who came with us all the way from the old world.
You think I don't know that? Are you forgetting what the Muses meant to me?
Stop it! Stop fighting! Is this what the idols are like? You just what? Live forever and never get over anything? Super. Becoming a god was such a gift. Wow.
Calliope, I'm listening now. Tell us what end you were doomed to.
Calliope, blinded by fire, one match did you strike that consumed you.
How could you blame her? What could she have done to earn such a fate? You are blinded.
God of the sun hides from his own eyes. What would you know about fate?
You say that you knew her, she was family to us, yet you don't hesitate to accuse her. Oh, queen without a throne, go bitter with fury. Not everyone seeks to betray you.
Stop this.
There is something missing we're blinded to.
Yes, there's more to seek.
Apollo, your help is not needed here. Go ahead and abandon another muse.
How could you throw that gauntlet at me? Could your heart shrivel any further?
You abandoned me to
Of
a terrible fate.
You replay your injuries
It's
till
far
it's
too
too
late.
late.
You know how far I bent before I
trapped.
snapped.
This is
is
not
not
about
about
you.
you.
Enough! This helps no one.
There he is, God of the Sun.
Apollo, for my sake, take a deep breath. I need your help, not your anger. These old wounds, they distract and blind you. You can't see yourselves.
He doesn't know what's important.
And you do?
Follow him or stay.
これ歌の途中の選択肢で歌詞が
That
変わってる
was
わけや
not
な
my。finest moment. Persephone will never let this go.
一体何があったの？
What the hell was that? You were one step away from full thunder and lightning.
Old habits die hard, especially around my family. That's why I've tried to avoid my fellow idols for so long. I don't like who I am when I'm with them.
年の子ってのはないの？
You'd think being thousands of years old would make idols more mature. And yet...
Oh, I've forgotten 10 lifetimes by now. Perhaps my maturity was in one of those. At least coming here was useful. You have a better idea of where to start looking, right?
まだ手伝ってくれるの？
I thought you'd decide that getting me into the underworld was enough.
What? Bring you to Persephone and then shrug? Not my problem now?
感謝してるわ。
What I meant to say is... Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Sorry. I'm not used to... asking people for help.
It's all right. I certainly know that tune.
次はどこを探すの？
Where do we look then?
I need to give it some thought. This won't be easy. If another idol is behind this, they know as well. They had a plan.
So you don't know where to look next.
I need time to sort it out. Just be patient, Grace.
どうすればいいか教えて。
Is there anything I can do in the meantime? Someplace I can look?
Don't you want to relax? You haven't rested since this began.
Relax? Who can relax? I've been sentenced to death, Apollo.
Fair point. Even so, go home, Grace. The next time you see me, I'll have a better notion of what to do.
Fine. But I'm holding you to that.
?2 幕になるんか、こっから。
Hey, Freddy. Have you been waiting up this whole time?
Yeah? A goat man sends you off into the night. Your life is on the line. And I'm gonna, what, sleep? I was so worried after you left, and... well, I also felt like crap. You were right to be mad. I said I'd support you as your friend, and I didn't. I don't know why I acted like that. I just had this image of you being swept off into some new world without me.
I'd never leave you behind, Freddy. You know that, right?
I'm still ready and willing to be your high priestess, if that's what it takes.
If you could just help me get through this next week, that'd be plenty.
Deal. Why don't you start by telling me what happened tonight? Huh. Persephone runs a club called the Underworld. That's a little on the nose.
That's what I said!
And you ended up siding with Apollo? Lord of the Sun, god of prophecy? Do you trust him?
As much as you can trust an idol. I swear, Freddy, they're all nuts.
Oh, yeah. If they're even a little like the stories, you should be super careful. So, what are your options? You need to go back to Apollo's place, right?
I could go back to the underworld. Make sure Persephone isn't taking my decision personally.
Oh, and, there's this. Pan left a card, says, "Come by Olympus." I doubt he means the mountain in Greece.
Huh. I wonder what he wants.
Probably to cash in his precious favor.
Still not a fan?
You know how some people just set your teeth on edge? That's Pan. I can't help it. But it doesn't matter. I said I'd help, and that's what I'll do. You can count on me, Grace.
Thanks, Freddy.
The muse? Oh, the embodiment of inspiration. Can you believe it?
Yeah, kinda.
まず日誌を見てみるか。私がアンダーワールドから戻ってきたら、もちろんフレディが起きたまま待ってくれてた。あの歌の最中にパンとあんなことになったことを謝ってたけど、しょうがないよね。やっと分かったんだ。私のパワーは人の良い面も悪い面も引き出せちゃうけど、どっちを引き出せるのかは選べないんだね。何にせよフレディが私の味方でいてくれることは分かってるから、それは良かったよね。どうやら何年にもわたってアイドルたちと口論を続けてみんなを怒らせた後、ついにカリオペはオリンポスを去ったみたいなの。そしてそこで彼女はペルセポネと友達になって彼女からアパートをもらったみたい。だけどペルセポネはカリオペとは2年も話をしていない状態だったと言ってて、最近のカリオペが何をしていたのかは知らないって言ってるんだよね。どっからや。 アンダーワールドで他ならぬヘルメスに偶然会ったんだよ。ヘルメスが私をつけてきたわけじゃないと思う。ヘルメスはただそこでリラックスしてた。アイドルにしてはヘルメスはそんなに悪い人じゃなさそうなんだよね。ヘルメスはアイドルになってまだ1年ちょっとしか経っていないんだって。信じられる？みんなは前のヘルメスについてよく話しているから、今のヘルメスも私みたいな経験をしたってことなのかも。今のヘルメスは前のヘルメスが死んだ時にその場にいて、前のヘルメスの幻影が今のヘルメスに継承されたみたい。そういうプロセスってよくあることなのかな。ヘルメスが一つだけ質問に答えてくれた。どうしてあんなに素早くアパートに来れたのかってこと。どうやらアイドルが死んだらヘルメスはその場に急行しなきゃいけないみたいなの。その時にヘルメスであるアイドルの誰かがって意味なんだと思う。ヘルメスは秘密を喋らないようにしてきた。きっと何か知ってるんだよ。奇妙な話だけど、他の全部も奇妙だから驚きはしないよね。アフロディーテは愛の女神らしいけど、それは本当だと思う。彼女のことを見てると、まるで昔の映画スターが放っていたような輝きを見ることができるんだよね。とってもグラマラスで存在感があるの。彼女が部屋に足を踏み入れたら、みんな手を止めて彼女を見つめるって現象が起きるはずなんだよね。これ読んだな。うわぁ、アポロとペルセポネがお互いに食ってかかって、ものすごい光景だったよ。アイドルたちってみんなこんな風にお互いに恨みを持ってるのかな。もしそうなら、そのうちの一人が殺されたからってびっくりするようなことじゃないよね。アンダーワールドに行った目的を果たしたけど、アポロとペルセポネの協力関係は5分も続かなかった。彼はもう我慢ができなくなって、私も同じ気持ちだった。幸運にもアポロはまだ私を手伝ってくれると言ってる。グレース、俺は事態を悪化させるだけだ。ってあれだけ言ってたのに。けど、次にどんな手に出るのかを考える必要があるって言ってる。この殺人がアイドルの仕業なら、かなり巧妙な相手だよね。本当に困るよ。どうしたらいいんだろう。私がアテナも容疑者かもって言ったとき、まるでバカバカしいことを聞いたみたいにペルセポネが笑ったんだよね。アテナの存在自体はアイドルを守ることを基盤としているものだから、彼女が自分のルールを破ることはないってことなのかな。ルールに厳しい人ってみんな退屈だよね。アポロがペルセポネについての秘密情報を教えてくれたよ。どうやら彼女がアンダーワールドの王であるハデスに誘拐されたことがあるって話は多かれ少なかれ本当のことみたい。彼がペルセポネの意思に反して彼女を花嫁に取ったとき、他のアイドルは一切止めに入らなかったんだって。そこで一切語られていないのは、その後彼女がハデスを殺して王座を奪ったんだけど、殺人に対する罰として他のアイドルから王座を奪われてしまっていたんだって。ペルセポネは今でもそのことに怒ってるって。でもそれも当然の話だよね。アポロとペルセポネの間の言い争いはすぐに加熱しちゃったよ。ペルセポネは手当たり次第アポロを攻撃するのを止められなくて、アポロもそれに反応せずにいられなくなって、結局見てて悲しくなる光景だったよ。最終的にアポロが制御できなくなって出て行っちゃって、私も彼と一緒に行くことにしたんだ。少なくともここに来た目的を果たしたってことだよね。そういえばアンダーワールドでパーに出くわしたんだよね。彼は偶然だねって言ってたけど、そこは彼がくれたヒントが導いた場所だったから偶然なんで嘘かもね。それにアンダーワールドって彼が好きそうな場所だし、でも本当に偶然だったらすごいよね。パーンがペルセポネを見つけるのを手伝ってくれることになったよ。ペルセポネは私がクラブにいたのを知らなかったのが避けていたのかも。あのクラブすごく広かった。しかも彼、今回は何も見返りはいらないって、ちょっと色味を使って甘い声でお願いって言っただけで効果があったよ。アポロもペルセポネもパーンのことは容疑者だとは思っていないみたい。二人曰くパーンは殺人犯じゃないんだって。彼が突然関与してきたのは怪しいとは思うんだけどね。エロス、 性愛の神にあったよ。BDSM ダンジョンでちょっと休憩を取ってるトルコ人のレスラーみたいな見た目をして、アンダーワールドでブラブラしてた。彼はまあまあ良い人だったけど、自分の問題でいっぱいいっぱいって感じだった。殺人鬼ってタイプには見えなかったけど、見た目だけじゃわかんないよね。まあ、見た目は変態ですよね。で、性格は陰キャという、なかなかややこしい神様ですね。ギリシャ神話もほんまにややこしい世界ですよね。なんかややこしいというか、ドロドロしてるというか。じゃあ、どこへ行ったらいいんかな。ペルセポネかパンかアポロか。まあ、アポロのとこ行くか。
Ah, Grace, you're back. That's good. I was just about to call you.
He means he wants me to call you because Paul here still hasn't figured out how to use a phone.
That's not true. I know how, I just don't like them. They're confusing. Anyhow, I've been contemplating our list of suspects, and I think Pan is someone we need to consider.
ちょっと待って、電話がどうしたって？
Wait. You don't like phones?
I just don't like talking to people I can't see.
No, it's the ringtones. They scare the crap out of him. I kid you not.
I'm not frightened. Only a child would be frightened. They're just very loud.
Yeah.
Can we return to the subject of Pan, please?
パンはもう除外したんじゃなかったの？
Why Pan? I thought you'd rejected him as a suspect.
Persephone did, but I've had time to think it over. Pan is a schemer, a traitor in favors. He always has been. His sudden appearance in all this cannot be coincidental.
You think he could have killed Calliope after all?
Perhaps. Or he knows who did and is trying to turn it to his benefit. He always knows more than he pretends.
You should know. Pan asked me to meet him at Olympus. I'm not sure why.
Wait, he wants to see you again? I don't like this.
私も嫌な予感がする。
Neither do I. He decided I owe him a favor after he came to my apartment.
That sounds about right for him. Aphrodite is holding a party of sorts, one you should attend. She is closest to Pan. Indeed, she knows almost all the idols. If anyone is up to something, she's bound to know.
アフロディーテと話せないの？
You know Aphrodite better than I do. Can't you talk to her?
Well, talking to Aphrodite isn't something
Aphrodite
anyone
もやや
does
こ
with
しいん
much
か。
success these days.
Well, if that's the case, what makes you think I'll get anywhere?
There's a standing invitation for the Muse to attend this party. Calliope never went, so Aphrodite will be thrilled to see you. Trust me. If I thought you couldn't get her to talk, I wouldn't suggest it.
どんなパーティーなの？
What do you mean by a party of sorts? I mean, I'm always down for a party, but...
It's more of a remembrance than a party, really. It's difficult to describe.
That's awfully vague, Apollo.
It'll be easier to see for yourself. It's nothing you can't handle.
考えておく。
Okay, I'll go. Eventually.
Perfect. I will see you there.
Paul, you should see this. The names you wanted me to look up are getting weird results.
I don't doubt it. I was hoping you could...
Get over here!
No worries, Paul. I'll see you later.
じゃあアフロディーテかな。パンなんかな、うさんくさいよな。ちょっとその前に更新された日記をこれまとめて一気に読むのがちょっとしんどいんで、実際のところこれだけ腹筋がムキムキでサーファーっぽい見た目をしててもアポロはただの時代についていけないおじいちゃんって感じなんだよね。 少なくとも彼は自分の家の前を通り過ぎる若者に杖を振り回すようなおじいちゃんではないけどさ、とか言いながら本当は家の前で杖を振り回してたりして、ほんまになれな、口が悪いよな。あとあってなはないよな。まあだけか。アフロディーテはこれか。アフロディーテが何かしらのパーティーを開く予定なのかな。アポロは私も行った方がいいって言ってる。アフロディーテは全員をよく知ってるから助けになってくれるかもって。アポロはそのパーティーが何のためなのかをはっきり教えてくれないんだよね。ちょっと心配した方がいいのかな。じゃあ、アフロディーテに、パーティーに。一応あれやな、ギリシャ神話風のギリシャ神殿。
Fancy party? Check. Bunch of strangers? Check. Grace totally not dressed for the occasion? Check. Now, if only I knew what I was supposed to be doing here.
Grace, you made it. I'm so glad. I was beginning to wonder.
You didn't say this was a fancy party. I feel a little underdressed.
Grace, look at me. I didn't even button up my shirt. It's fine.
Why is everyone so quiet? You'd think someone died.
I should have told you about this earlier. I've been putting it off.
不吉な予感ね。
I don't like the sound of that. What am I missing?
You don't have any of Calliope's memories, right? No deja vu, recollections that aren't your own?
No. Should I have?
Not right away. For a while, you won't remember anything. We call it the veil. In time, the veil will start to lift, slowly at first, but eventually you'll remember almost everything Calliope did.
That doesn't seem so terrible. Am I missing something?
Well, remember how old we all are. There are so many memories. So the veil lifts gradually to protect you. Eventually, it's like a flood. It becomes difficult to separate what's you and what's them, and all who came before them.
私がカリオペになるってこと？
You're saying I won't be me. I won't be Grace. Will I start calling myself Calliope?
Maybe. Eventually, most of us do, but most of us were chosen and prepared.
And I didn't choose this.
I understand. Take some time to let it sink in. If you like, we can talk about it later.
What does this have to do with the party?
Aphrodite hasn't been the same since we came to the New World. She has horrific memories of what she endured during the war. Passing on her eidolon is a way to forget, for a while. That's what this party is for.
アフロディーテは死んでしまう
When
の。
you say she's gonna pass on her eidolon, you mean
She's going to die, yes, and pass her soul on to a chosen successor.
in front of everyone?
We're here to help, Grace, to make it easier for Aphrodite to do what she feels she must. We're here to say goodbye, at least for a while.
アフロディーテは前にもやったの。
This isn't the first time Aphrodite's done this. She's held this kind of gathering before, right?
This is her fourth, I think, perhaps fifth.
So every time the veil, whatever you call it, when it starts to lift,
Aphrodite's memories return, and eventually it is too much. We gather to pay our respects and to honor the past. Well, she still remembers it.
カリオペは賛成しなかった
wait,
の。
wait, wait. Calliope refused to come to these parties. That's what you said.
She refused on principle. Everything Calliope did was on principle. She believed Aphrodite was indulging her sadness, wallowing in it. She thought Aphrodite should try harder. It was a point of contention between them. Aphrodite will be grateful you're here. Trust me.
最悪なアイディアだと思う。
I don't know, Apollo. I don't like the whole idea.
You want her help, don't you?
Yes, but
At least speak with Aphrodite before you make a final decision. She's not here just yet. Until she arrives, I suggest mingling.
mingling.
Yeah, mingling. Talk to Eros. Or we can talk more if you like.
エロスの格好が一番おかしいやろ。
Sure,
funny.
yeah. Relax. That's what this party is for, right?
まあ、エロスと話すか。
Grace!
Hey, Eros. Nice to...
エ
Oh,
ロスや。
okay.
Aphrodite will be so happy you're here. It means so much you have no idea.
大丈夫
Are you okay? You seem a bit...
Every time she does this, I don't know how to handle it. I almost want to run upstairs and demand she stop. Remind her that this never works. Sorry, I shouldn't unload on you. It's been a bad week.
こういうことがよくあるの
From the sounds of it, this happens a lot.
Every 20 years or so. That's how long she can hold out until she just can't stand it anymore. Every time, Aphrodite forgets. At least for a while. But I don't. I remember everything. I'm there for the nightmares, the panic attacks, the days she doesn't even remember the war's over. And now I'm arranging her gathering again, so she can die again. And I'll watch it all again.
アフロディーテに何があったの
Is it okay if I ask what happened? I don't mean to pry, but I'm new. I really don't know.
I know, but it happened to Aphrodite, not me. It's not my story to tell.
彼女に尋ねたりはできないんだよ。
If it's as painful to Aphrodite as it sounds, asking her about it seems like the last thing I should do.
No, you're right. Don't do that. What happened is that brother Ares happened. He missed out on the first world-spanning war, you see, so he was damned if he'd miss out on the next one. He found some jack-booted mortals, so full of themselves and their supremacy, and he told them about the idols. Then they came for us. Took us completely by surprise. Some they killed, but Aphrodite, her they captured.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
アフロディーテは逃げ出したの
Aphrodite was captured, but she's here now. So she must have escaped.
She didn't. Do you know the name Hephaestus?
No. Should I?
God of smiths. He could make anything, any tool or weapon. He was Aphrodite's husband, and he adored her. When he found out the mortals were torturing her, he went mad. He was determined to save her.
Wait, they tortured her?
Nothing extreme, I'm told. They were too frightened, but they were also determined to wring every last secret out of her. So, who knows how long that fear would have lasted. Thus, Hephaestus made a deal.
With the, jackbooted guys.
No, with their enemies. That's what saved her.
ヘファイストスっていうのは、いわゆるヘファイストスですね。 ホライズンゼロドーンでギリシャ神話にちなんだ名前の機械がいっぱい出てくるんで、それとちょっとかぶってしまいますよね。もっと詳しいことを
Then
聞かせて。
this deal is how Aphrodite survived.
It's how we all survived. It's what brought us to the new world. Hephaestus saved us all. We never saw him again. That was the deal. He would leave, make their precious weapons, and never look back. Aphrodite never even got to say goodbye. It's funny, because Aphrodite didn't even like Hephaestus when they were married. She seemed to resent every minute they were together. But now he's all she can think about.
これを止めたいんだ。
Maybe I shouldn't ask, but is there any way to change Aphrodite's mind?
You say that as if I haven't tried. If only... She'll ask you to use your power as part of the celebration. Could you use it to inspire her?
I can't force anyone to do anything they don't want to, Eros.
That's not what I'm asking. I believe that deep down, she doesn't want to do this any longer. She must see it isn't working. She just needs the strength to try. Or I hope that's all she needs.
もしその願いが間違っていたら、
What if you're wrong? What if she decides not to do this and it keeps getting worse?
Then I'll be with her to help her reach the other side.
If she can.
Yeah. If she can. It's a lot to ask. I'll understand if you can't. All I want, one way or another, is to get through tonight.
アポロと会話しておくかな。
I know all these people, Grace. For as long as I can remember, I've known them. Yet sometimes I feel like I don't know any of them at all. Or they me.
エロスはこれを止めて上がっ
I
てるよ
spoke。to Eros. He's pretty broken up over all this.
Oh, poor Eros. Each new successor, his hopes rise up once more. And then he watches the new Aphrodite crumble, piece by piece, only to start all over again. It's so different from the olden days. Once he was the eternal disaster, and Aphrodite kept constant vigil over him.
Maybe he feels like he owes her.
I think he's followed her into a dark void, and somewhere, deep down, believes he deserves no better.
こじらせてるな、みんな。なんだか居心地が悪そうだ
You
ね。
don't enjoy these family gatherings, do you?
Are they family gatherings? Like the sort mortals have?
You call each other sister and brother and mother.
Well, yes, but
And you've been together like 100 times longer than I lived with my family. All you're missing is a drunk uncle everyone has to apologize for.
that would be Pan. But yes, I feel very much out of place.
なんでそう感じるの？
Why is that exactly? Wouldn't you feel more like you belonged after 1,000 years together?
Is your assumption that all those centuries bring great wisdom?
Don't they?
We get older. We have more to forget. We hold grudges longer, but wiser. No. Not so far.
I should get back out there.
アフロディーテを待つ。
My family. Having you all here, gathered once again to see me off, it moves me. More than I can say. My loves, my darlings, my dearest friends. And you. Oh, my dear sweet thing. I dare not hope that you, with all your troubles, might sing me to my sleep. Yet here you are. Yet here she is. Huh.
また会えて嬉しいよ。
It's lovely to meet you, Aphrodite. Properly, this time.
Ah, yes. Poor Calliope. Such a loss to us all. I shall miss her dearly. To have come so far, only... No, it doesn't bear thinking about. It's too much.
Is this Grace, my lady? The new muse?
Oh! What manners I have. Grace, Grace. Meet the lovely mortal woman who shall tonight become the new me.
Hi, my name's Venus. And yes, it really is Venus. Nice to meet you, Grace.
選ばれし存在なの。
Hi. I have to admit, it'll be weird watching this happen the proper way.
Because I'm chosen?
Yeah. I wasn't. Not like this, anyhow.
Yeah. Lady Aphrodite told me. I'm so sorry. That sounds awful.
There will be so much time for you lovelies to speak later. Now, we must prepare for my departure.
あんたの体験したことには本当に心が痛い。
I just want to say, I'm really sorry that this happened to you, that you need to do this.
A babe in our dreary world, and yet already possessed of such earnest purpose.
Weren't you opposed to this, Grace?
Apollo! Oh, you've come after all.
You look remarkably well, cousin.
I've had a great deal of time to prepare. I assure you that would not be the case. As for you, Grace, have you gathered the true purpose of tonight's gathering?
Party をする口実。
I don't know. You like parties? Seems like a great excuse for one.
Oh, I do like parties. The orgies of Rome were... Oh, they were exquisite. A sea of flesh and sweat and delights for every sense. Or perhaps it was a pleasant dream I once had. I can no longer tell. Tonight isn't about frivolity. Oh no. It's about honoring the memory of what once was while I yet retain it. Go! Enjoy the gathering, Grace! Tell me when you're ready to begin.
ヴィーナスいんの？あ、これヴィーナスなんや。
I should apologize, Grace. Saying that I was chosen like I'm somehow more special, I really didn't mean it that way. I hope you can... I'm sorry. It looks like I'll be doing that a lot. Lady Aphrodite said I'm ready, but I don't know.
準備ができてるわけがないよね。
Being a god isn't something you can really be ready for.
I mean, you are not gods, though. Are you? Not really.
You don't think so?
To me, you all just seem like people. Special people, sure, but flawed and lost, like the rest of us. If I can ask, what does it feel like after it happens? Do you feel different?
神になったのも急だったし。
I'm not sure. It happened so fast, I didn't know what to think. Calliope died, and then all this happened.
you didn't remember anything? About her? Who she was? She was just gone?
Yeah. Isn't that the point of all this?
I just wanted to be sure. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it could be real.
アフロディーテとはどういう関係
How
な
do you
の？
know Aphrodite exactly?
So I was working at this homeless shelter, right? A couple of years ago, and she came in with one of the older residents. And she was there in this, like, amazing dress. And she's sitting with this guy and really listening to him. Like, they were old friends or something. I just thought, what is someone like her doing in a place like this? So, I just went over and introduced myself.
That's it? Just like that.
Yeah. She came back to the shelter a few times, but by then, I guess she'd taken an interest in me instead.
本当にヴィーナスって名
Your
前なの？
name's really Venus, huh?
Everybody asks me that. Even the other idols. Maybe that's why Lady Aphrodite noticed me in the first place. She says it was fated to be. I say it's because my mama was a diehard hippie.
この状況に納
Are
得してる
you
の？
really okay with all this? You know what's gonna happen, right?
I saw a lot of people in crisis at the shelter. I knew something was wrong with Lady Aphrodite. She's in so much pain, Grace. She won't let you see how much. Errol's called me one night desperate. She wouldn't stop screaming. She didn't know where she was. She's a good person, Grace. A good soul. She deserves mercy.
でもこれは間違ってるよ。
But don't you feel this is wrong? I mean, you're ending your life. It's like some kind of murder-suicide pact.
I don't think of it like that. Lady Aphrodite is not committing suicide, and I'm not being murdered.
Aren't you? Your life is ending. It's being taken over, swallowed up by Aphrodite's grief.
I'm becoming part of something bigger, something amazing. Or maybe you're right. It'll be terrible, and I'll end up in so much pain I'll regret it.
So why go through with it?
Because Lady Aphrodite needs me. Maybe, just maybe, if I'm added into the mix of all the people she's been, maybe things will be different.
なんか結構重い話になってきたな。じゃあ儀式を始めるか。
I have tried so hard, fought for so long, but in the end, I must bid you all farewell once again. But before I go, I would like us all to remember the sacrifices that brought us here to this strange new world. This time, it is with the help of our lovely muse that we shall be guided. We let them rise. We let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong. Since the beginning we were hidden. We held court from up above. 'Twas the golden age of reason, and I the queen of love. But a plague of hate was spreading, and there were vultures standing by. Before we fell to our knees begging, we fell from the sky. We let them rise, we let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we should.
次に何が起こるのかに集中する。
We were wrong. we were wrong. We sought shelter from the shadows, but were soon ripped from the dark. Those mortal souls that ended us were jealous from the start. They hunted me for power to fuel their psychopathic cause. And once they fell before me and worshipped all I was, they chased me down and threw me in a cage, held me prisoner for so long. I thought I'd win their hearts again. I was wrong. I was wrong. I see you have the power. It's a poisonous reward. My virtues only scorn me when I was once adored, loved by every mortal, then ripped from paradise. No one suffered greater till he made his sacrifice. The man that I ignored saved me when I fell. Yes, the husband I abhorred rescued me from hell. I thought it was a joke when it was said to me, he struck a deal with our enemy's enemy, made a secret weapon so my captors let me go. He gave up his freedom, leaving just a memory, and this love I'll never know is what he gave to me.
I can't believe what I'm hearing today. If your story stops there, I've nothing to say. I can't imagine. I feel like a child who grew up too fast. The goddess of love can't get past the past. What good is a flame when everything's ash? I can't imagine.
There's no excuse but mortals can tell.
You know,
There's no sweet release, it's ongoing.
you know, you know.
Everyone's here to bid me farewell. Can you imagine
I can imagine.
this really happened? I won't let you weep, you know it's too late. Sing me to sleep, pity my fate. My memories won't let me be.
Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment. I'm only new here, so all this seems out of my hands. And your ceremony will only a God understand. But when it's all over, what will become of the girl who keeps all your secrets secret from you? Will she disappear as you come into view? Is there some other way to get through? Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment. There's fire in you yet. Aphrodite returns, she'll never forget. Finally we'll be free. Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment. Lost in a moment. Lost in a moment.
Mother, is it true? You've chosen to.
Live. I have chosen to live. I'm so sorry, Venus. I made you so many promises, dearest, and I won't be able to keep them.
My lady, all I ever wanted was for you to be happy. If this is your wish, I'll be with you at every step.
I as well. Always.
I hope none of us regret this choice in the days to come. But thank you.
みんなで一緒に立ち向かえば大丈夫。違う。
This is the only way you'll get through it. Together, as a family.
If there's any chance, Mother, any at all, this is it.
I know, my loves. I hope you're right. Now then, Grace. Apollo tells me you needed my help. No doubt regarding Calliope's death. Have you any suspicions as to who might be responsible?
あんまり。
Not really, no. You're the first person I've asked. I'm told you know everyone.
Everyone. Now that's an exaggeration.
You do know everyone, Mother. You're always in their business.
That didn't sound entirely like a compliment, my love. Besides, I'm not the only one who's always in everyone's business, am I?
You're thinking of Medusa, aren't you?
Wait, hold the phone. That chick who turns people into stone?
Yeah, that's the one.
She works for Athena as a watcher. She's everywhere, lurking in the shadows. If you look anywhere, Grace, start with her.
Come now, Mother. It's time you rested. It's been a long night.
If I don't, I suppose you'll both gang up on me again. Very well.
So, did they have anything helpful?
Maybe. What do you know about Medusa?
I know she's dangerous, but she does Athena's bidding.
How sure are you of that?
I'm not sure of anything any longer. You aren't thinking of seeking her out, I hope.
できるなら
I
ね。
am. Do you know where she is?
Not really, no. Medusa makes it her business to stay out of sight. Athena employs her as a spy master, a hound to do her bidding, a vicious hound at that. Athena's not likely to tell either of us where to find Medusa. I can't say for certain who would know. Are you all right, Grace? You seem troubled.
アフロディーテはかなりの苦悩を抱え
What
ていた。
Aphrodite went through, it's a lot.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about the life of an immortal. It never ends.
Wow. Way to really sell it, Apollo.
You really are amazing, you know that? Every hurdle, every piece of unpleasant news, you just keep on going. I don't know how you do it.
どういう意味？
Uh-huh. You going somewhere with this, Apollo?
I just wish I could see the world through your eyes. Next to you, I feel very old.
確かに老人じゃん。これはハートが壊れるんか。これでアポロルートは消えるっていうことかな。そんなに悪いこと
Is
な
it
の？
really that bad? Being a literal god, young and hunky forever?
No, it's not that. There are good things, yes, but they come with the not-so-good things as well.
Such as?
Such as having the gift of prophecy and never being able to act on what you see. I tried, and it only made things worse. So instead, I tried to not want to try, and that's still not better.
まあどうにもしてあげられないね。
I wish I could help you. I really do.
I know.
Kinda got a lot on my plate, though. You know?
I know. I suppose you'll be headed home.
Or talk to Pan, yeah.
Then I'll see you soon. Take care of yourself, Grace.
Hmm. アフロディーテのパーティーに行ったんだけど、あれはパーティーというよりお葬式って感じだった。アフロディーテは戦争中のひどい体験を克服できていないから、約20年ごとに幻影を手放して、しばらく自分の気力を消すようにしているみたい。このパーティーも何もかもゾッとするような話だけど、他のアイドルのほとんどはそこまで気にしていないみたい。カリオペ以外のみんなはってことだけど。ところどころ翻訳されてないところがありますよね。歌とかでも。エロスが求めていることを私にできるかどうかはわからない。アフロディーテを説得するのなんて可能なのかな。しかもなんて言えばいいの？我慢しろって？力ずくで進むしかないって？何にせよ早く解決法を見つけなきゃだよね。最終的にアフロディーテにこのまま生き続けるようにとインスパイアすることができたよ。彼女はこのまま生きて頑張っていくって。あの歌の途中で彼女は侮辱していないかなって心配だったけど、私がやらなきゃならないことはやったつもり。彼女はとっても威厳があって素晴らしい人よ。彼女ならきっと大丈夫。特にもう新たな日はないですね。ちなみにアポロって出光石油の赤い絵柄、なんか顔みたいなありますけど、 あれ確かアポロやったと思うんですけどね。アポロをモチーフにした。アテナもどこにこのエロス、シリアスなシーンやのにエロスが出てくるとちょっと笑ってしまうんですけどね。なんでこんな格好してるんや、ほんま。アフロディーテのパーティーの後半でエロスに会ったんだけど、会った瞬間どうして彼が暗い気分でいるのかが分かったよ。どうやら彼はアフロディーテの忠実な世話係みたい。彼はずっと繰り返し、彼女がパーティーを開いて死ぬところを見てきていて、ついに限界に到達したみたい。これ以上アフロディーテが痛みを感じているのを見るのは無理だと思ってるけど、どうすればいいのかが分からないみたいだね。エロスは私がアフロディーテを止めてくれないかって期待してるみたいだけど、それは難しい課題だよね。それに止めることが彼女の状況を好転させるのかも定かじゃないし。アポロはエロスが今までずっとアフロディーテのそばにいたのは、彼が彼女に借りがあると感じてたからなんだって言ってた。昔はエロスが永久の厄災的存在、アポロがそう呼んでたであって、アフロディーテがそんな彼の世話をしてたって。だから今はどんなに自分の魂が傷つこうとも彼女にその恩返しをしなきゃいけないんだって。私もアポロの言ってる通りのことが起こってるんだと思う。最終的にエロスに頼まれた通りに説得したよ。アフロディーテに儀式を中止してこのまま頑張り続けるように納得させた。彼女が頑張ってみるって言った時の彼の表情ったら、その場で泣きながら倒れちゃうんじゃないかって思うぐらいだった。これが正しい決断だったことを祈るしかないね。ヴィーナスが新しいアフロディーテになる予定の人に会ったよ。彼女の名前はヴィーナス。とっても優しそうな人。アフロディーテは何ヶ月もかけて彼女と準備をしてきたみたい。羨ましいよ。で、彼女は自分がどんな状況に置かれているのかを理解しているみたいだけど、それで全てが OK って話でもないよね。最終的にこのまま頑張り続けて生き続けるようにアフロディーテを鼓舞することができたよ。自分でもどうやってそんなことをしたのかがわからないけど、これが正しいことだって願ってるし、ヴィーナスからこの機会を奪ったこと、彼女が許してくれることを願ってる。もし彼女がチャンスを奪われたって感じてるならって意味だけど、なんとなく彼女はこれでも大丈夫そうだって感じてるし、次にどんなことが待ち受けていようと、彼女もアフロディーテが乗り越えるのを助けてくれるんだろうなって感じてるんだよね。メデューサ。うわ。ヘビなんや、頭。興味深い事実が判明したよ。アフロディーテのパーティーが終わった後に彼女とエロスと話してたんだけど、容疑者として誰の名前が上がってきたと思う？メデューサよ。人を石に変えることができちゃう髪の毛や蛇のあのモンスター。私ですらメデューサについては聞いたことがあるくらい。どうやらメデューサは生きていて、監視者のような存在としてアテナの下に仕えてるみたい。監視者って警備員みたいな人ってこと？それともスパイ？アフロディーテはメデューサはとにかく怪しい人物だから調べてみる価値はあるって言ってた。彼女を見つけられればの話だけど。ということで、だいぶ長くなってしまいましたので、今回はこの辺で終わりたいと思います。いやー、これほんまに、日本語でプレイされてる方ほとんどいないんですけど、結構面白いし、あと、これ結構分岐あるんかな。多分、ロマンスルートもなんかいろんな人にハートマークが出てたりしてるんで、それもなんかいろいろありそうやし、で、歌が多分、歌詞は、歌の途中の選択肢で歌詞が変わると思うんですけど、メロディーも変わるんかどうか、そこはちょっと、また1周目のプレイなんでわからないんですけど、そこも変わるんやったらさらにすごいな。パーンと、最初に歌ったとき、一人で歌うとか、 みんなで歌うとかそういう選択肢もあったので、メロディーが変わるっていう可能性もありますよね、これ。これなかなかすごいゲームやなって思いました。ということで、また次回のプレイもお楽しみにしてください。それでは失礼いたします。